Hello, welcome back. First off, as always, I hope you're all doing well. Right, this is a little bit impromptu, guys, but the wife sent me a link last night and I do think it's important. And I haven't done a Beatles video for ages, but this is quite important, I think. So I'm going to read this article out and share it with you. There's already a few videos on YouTube, but I wanted to put it out there myself. Right. The title is on the BBC website, hence that's why I didn't see it. Seldom watch the BBC these days. But The Beatles, how a schoolboy made the band's earliest known UK concert recording. Pardon? Right, so it goes on. The earliest known full recording of the Beatles playing in a live concert in the UK at the point they were becoming the biggest band in the nation has been revealed by BBC Radio's 4 Front Row. I'll link the links down below so you can check it out for yourself, almost exactly 60 years after it was made. Wow. The hour-long quarter-inch tape recording was made by 15-year-old John Bloomfield at Stowe boarding school in Buckinghamshire on the 4th of April 1963, when the band played a concert at the school's theatre. They'd been booked by fellow pupil David Moores, who had written to manager Brian Epstein. Epstein perhaps recognised the connection to an important Liverpool family. The Moores family owned the Littlewoods football pools. Don't hear about that much these days, do you? And the retail business, Littlewoods obviously, we'll remember that, and agreed to the booking for a fee of £100, and Moores raised the funds by selling tickets to schoolmates. Bloomfield was a self-confessed tech geek, keen to try his new reel-to-reel tape recorder. Now in his 70s, he revealed the existence of the tape when this is, what was her name? Samir Ahmed, when I went to Stowe to make a front row special about the 60th anniversary of the concert. On the cusp of fame, it was a unique Beatles gig performed in front of an almost entirely male audience, and crucially, despite loud cheers and some screaming, the tape is not drowned out by the audience reaction. You know, all the other recordings of the Beatles in the early days, it was just an array of screams. It captured the appeal of the Beatles' tightly honed live act with a mixture of their club repertoire of R&B covers and the start of the Lennon-McCartney songwriting partnership, with tracks off their debut album Please Please Me, which had been released barely 2 weeks earlier on the 22nd of March. I don't know what they're going to do with this recording, but I hope they do something special with it. They kicked off with the album's opening track, I Saw Her Standing There, and segued into Chuck Berry's Too Much Monkey Business. Beatles historian Mark Lewisham and I are the only people who have heard the full recording after Bloomfield agreed to play it for the first time since a recording was made. Part of it was played on Front Row on Monday the 3rd of April. I did have a little listen, but they was talking over it, got a little bit annoying for me, but I'll link to it down below. It says there's a link there to listen to the Beatles on the special Front Row. Speaking about its significance, Lewisham said, "The opportunity that this tape presents, which is completely out of the blue, is fantastic because we hear them just on the cusp of their breakthrough into complete world fame. And at that point, all audience recordings became blanketed in screams." That's what I said. So here is an opportunity to hear them in the UK in an environment where they could be heard and where the tape actually does capture them properly, at a time when they have banter with the audience as well. I think it's an incredibly important recording, and I hope something good, constructive and creative eventually happens to it. I didn't even know this tape existed until you told me about it. I think I had to pick myself up from the floor. It does go on and on, but like I said, I'm going to put the full link down below so you can check it out for yourself. But I mean, isn't that incredible? I mean, why didn't this Bloomfield come forward earlier? It would have made him a fortune, you'd think, wouldn't you? It's the Beatles, for Christ's sake. Absolutely incredible. So, who knows what they're going to do with this? Like I said, I've heard a little bit, but they kept talking over it and I found it a little bit irritating. So, hopefully it gets in the right hands. Who knows? Who knows? Possibly Giles Martin. using now Peter Jackson's technique, we might be able to clean it up and really bring the band out. But yeah, new Beatles recording found 60 years later. Incredible. So with that, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to put the link to this article, a BBC article, and I will put a link to the front row so you can try it. You've got to sign into the BBC and then you can have a little listen. This is significant though. A new recording of the Beatles where the audience don't just drown them out. And they just released Please Please Me just 2 weeks earlier. Incredible. I'm excited about this. This could be good. Let's see what happens. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. I just wanted to make this short and sweet and not too many edits, because I just wanted to just tell you the news. It should be everywhere. Probably is by now. This was, according to here, 14 hours ago. The BBC put this out. So there you go. Some more Beatle news. Who knows what's going to be done of this? But this is important. This is very important. 60 years. I can't wrap my head around it. Amazing. Right, guys. I'll be back with another ramble real soon. Take care of yourselves.